Hey, what's up guys? Footy Manager TV here, and this is episode 15 of my Southampton career. First up in today's episode, we got Fulham. It's a away match, so it probably is going to be tough. Actually, our teams are very similar, even though Fulham has been in the Premier League much longer. Of course, Southampton just being promoted. I think our team is almost better just because of some of the players we have. Like Ricky Lambert, very good finisher. You got Gaston Ramirez in there, and new signings to the team as well, and players always improving because we have a lot of young players in the team, as you know, and a lot of them are just always improving. I think at the end of this episode somewhere I'll show you a squad report so you can see players. Pretty much all my players are improving apart from basically just one backup goalkeeper. So that's pretty good. Even Boric, he's not really decreasing. That's really a positive sign. Him and Lambert, they're older players in the team and they're not really decreasing yet. So that's, like I said, positive signs. And these matches, such as this one, could be very crucial because, you know, the FA Cup is coming up. And I really want to win as much matches before then because, you know, I always, at least from my Newcastle career, I don't like to be in too much competitions because then my starting 11 is always changing because of the fitness levels and that kind of thing. So I really want to get a lot of wins before we start playing a lot of FA Cup games if we do well in that. But you just got to wait and see what happens in the FA Cup as we create a chance here from Leandro Paredes. Again, he's just a superstar. No one can stop him right now. With that shot, he did the finesse shot, as you saw, but the key thing was there, doing the fake shot, and then just using his strength, so the opposition's defenders, as you'll be able to see there, they try and push him off the ball or pull his shirt or whatever they were doing, and they couldn't stop him, so fantastic there. And now from the kick out, like, I like to build out of defense, play out of defense, pass out of defense, whatever you want to call it. Again, a fantastic ball by Paredes, and he finds Lambert, his striking partner, then he finds the goal with a finesse shot. Fantastic lately, my shooting. If this was another match, I probably would have missed those chances. Like, this match was very different to previous games. I always have heaps of shots, but I never seem to finish. But eventually, you would expect, eventually I'll get better at finishing, which has done. Hopefully, that will continue for the rest of the season. And maybe we can push on and even push for a Europa League place. But like I said, it's going to be very tough with the FA Cup matches. And yeah, it's going to be hard to get results when I'm gonna have to rotate players in who haven't really been playing. So I'm just going to look to maybe grind out draws just to avoid a loss or something like that. So at this stage, I had to be really pleased with the result right now, winning 2-0. You can't really ask for much more than that, playing away, and also a team that's probably, like I said at the start of the video, we're very similar rated teams. If you say Fulham probably have higher expectations a little bit, probably expected to come mid-table. And Southampton, we're just expected to escape the relegation zone. At least that's what I believe it should be anyway. But as you see, Jay Rodriguez scoring again. He's been a fantastic player for us, assisting, scoring goals, obviously, but also getting a good average rating. I think he actually does have the best average rating in our team. Got to have to check that out later. But as you see here, winning 3-0, things are just going so smooth right now. I don't see really it stopping as well. Like I said, just controlling onto the ball. Don't want to give it away needlessly. And you don't need to do that. You just create a lot of chances. As you can see here, just bouncing around in a box for once. Then James Ward-Prowse has a shot and he finishes fantastically there. And the ball gets out of the net like that. Very powerful shot. And I really have hopes for him to be the next English centre mid like Lampard or Gerrard. He shows he has the shooting ability like them. And obviously he does have the passing ability. And yeah, but actually in his attributes, his shooting isn't that good. But if he can do that, it definitely shows he does have that ability. So he has pretty good potential as well. I think like 84 or something around that, like 83, 84. So that definitely shows he can be a solid Premier League player for us. And definitely for my challenges with this career, with my goals to win a key competition, either being like a FA Cup, maybe Europa League if I get into that somehow. As you can see there, Chris Baird scored a defender actually. So yeah, that was pretty lucky, but obviously they would have went full attacking. But in the end, that was the last goal we conceded, and we won 4-1 playing away. That was probably my best result this season because I regard winning away matches more important because obviously they're harder to win. And I was very impressed with this result. 4 different goal scorers, a couple midfielders, couple strikers. Like I said, just fantastic all-round performance, and by goalkeeper as well, Artur Boric. He's been fantastic, picking up a Man of the Match award. like I said, fantastic performance. And we only had 5 shots on target. If that was another match, I always show my match facts or match stats, whatever you want to call it. And I get a lot of the time, I get around that much, like 5 shots on target or 6, 4, very similar to that amount. And sometimes I don't even score, just score 1. So I was very happy with my finishing in that match. And if you see now, we're sitting in 11th. Fantastic, because like I said, I definitely wanted to get that good position before the FA Cup games start, because then, like I mentioned, we're going to have to make a lot of rotations, and we're going to have to start players who haven't really been in the starting lineup of late. So if you take a look here, the halfway point of the season, with 19 games played, we're sitting in 11th. You got to be really happy with that. And then we had away match to Stoke. I just wanted to simulate this match because sometimes you'll notice when I get into January, I just want to simulate the matches because the transfer window is like one of the things I most enjoy about career mode. So I just want to play in like the transfer window, try and do some transfers, that kind of thing. And unfortunately, we lost. It might have been a different result if we played, but it was a away match, so it's probably tough to win. Same with the Arsenal match coming up. I wanted to sim that as well because I just want to get in January to do some transfers and that kind of thing, because yeah, like I said, I really like the transfer window to make some transfers, and there was some players I really wanted to get rid of. And the results, we got Arsenal at home. We're not going to win that match realistically, so we're going to sim that. And also Portsmouth, where we should be, I would win that match quite easily, because Portsmouth, they have a lot of trouble and their team is really poor right now, and we would win that match with relative ease. Gonna transfer list a couple of older players here. Calvin Davis, he's definitely one of them. He's just an aging goalkeeper and decreasing in his attributes, so I don't really see the point of keeping him in the team. And also Josh Hoyfeld, again, another defender. I really want to get rid of players that have a really low overall, especially like under 70, or if they're a low 70 and they're not like a young player. I definitely want to start to get a lot of young players in the team, as you'll see with my transfers, I should say. More so into the second season in January. We've got a big signing, but I don't want to give away who we're selling, but we're going to get, let's say, I'm going to get a lot of transfer money. So it could be one big player or a lot of players leaving. You just got to wait and see, but we are going to get in, at least for us, we're going to have one big transfer, big money transfer. I'm not a super player. I tried to get super players, but that was, as you see, we lose 1-2 or 2-1 to Arsenal. Not a bad result in my opinion, keeping our goal difference pretty good. And they got a penalty, so that's a pretty good result in my opinion. If you ask me, they only won by a penalty. And yeah, like I said, we're going to get a solid player into our team. Obviously, I would have had the money to get a really high-rated player, but obviously at a higher team, they wouldn't want to come to our team, so I had to give up those negotiations. But I'm really excited about the potential of our team into future seasons. And I thought about like changing teams once I complete something good, but I really like the team. Like in the actual game that I'm playing them into, almost the third season now, my team is looking. It's a great team, playing very good. But like I said, I don't want to give it away. But like I said, it's a very solid team that I'm enjoying playing with, and I think if I'm enjoying playing with, it'll be foolish to change teams, because that's why I start new careers, because I'm bored with actually playing it. So hopefully I can stick with this Southampton and maybe win the Premier League in future seasons, who knows. But here again, going to sim the match like I mentioned, because Portsmouth at home, we would be expecting to win this match pretty easy, like I said. So let's see the result coming up now. I would expect maybe 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, something like that. I really wouldn't want to concede against a poor team. Like I said, expected result, Mayuka scoring twice, Rodriguez, that's something similar. If I played the match, that probably would have been the result, with Mayuka scoring a couple times. And I actually do want to try and go on a FA Cup run, so hopefully can get drawn against some easier teams, because you get a really good prize money for being in the latter stages of the FA Cup. Like, even if I don't make it to the final, maybe like semi-finals and that kind of thing, you pick up like $1 million, $2 million. So that's a very handy cash. But I definitely want to try and win at those matches. I'm going to put my best players, and I really want to focus on the FA Cup, because if I do win it, I could be in the Europa League, and that will be perfect for this series and career, just to show you guys as well. I think it would really make their career more interesting if I was in Europe with a team like with Southampton, and that will make you more interested to see the matches. So I'm going to really try in the FA Cup, going to do my best, just going to really concentrate on the matches more so, like 110%, a bit more than I usually do, because I really like, that will be perfect for this career to be in Europa League or Europe competition. So I'm going to try so hard to do well in the FA Cup. and also to get the money, and then I will be able to make good signings for next season. So it's going to be a really big season next season, regardless if I'm in the Europa League or not, because I'm going to have my team is just going to keep improving, and we're going to do better in the league, or at least hopefully. Maybe we don't do better, you just got to wait and see. Because sometimes sometimes when I build a good team, I get a bit too confident, and I maybe don't try as hard because I think my team is good, then I just relax. Like people complain on Ultimate Team when they complain about scripting, they just or handicap when you have the better team and you're just expected, you're going to the match and you think, oh, my team's better, I should win automatically because I've got a better team than this other guy. But anyway, focusing here, we've got Aston Villa next, as I'll show in the next episode, and being in the FA Cup now, it's more matches, so I'm going to have to rotate some players, give some younger players some chances, but hopefully that doesn't affect results. As you see here, a transfer offer for Jack Stevens. That's also one thing I want to see changed, hopefully for the next year's game, or FIFA 14. It's obviously next year already. It said we received the transfer offer. For me, it should say we received a loan offer, but leave your thoughts on that. And thank you. Luke Shaw decided to stay. Fantastic result. Hopefully you'll be happy with that decision. I know I am, because really he's a high prospect for us at left back, and also Nathaniel Klein. Hopefully he can renew his contract as well, and we'll all be happy to him at Southampton. And Manchester City, they're looking to reinforce as well. So hopefully enjoy this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.